Hello everyone, welcome to this raid video. It's Glazer of Snap Judgments, and today we're going to run some story mode, and then we're going to look through what my best and coolest characters are right now, how I've built them, and what I'm doing with them. Hopefully you can learn something, hopefully you have a great time, and hopefully you download raid and play with me. We've got 3 or 4 alliances going right now. We've got plenty of space for you if you're interested in joining. Click my link in the description right now to get a free legendary Elenaril, as well as 3 free epics as you level up. That's over $200 in value, and one of those epics right now is Tagoar, who's one of the very best heroes in the game, a legendary in disguise. Make sure you log out of your Plarium Play on PC and uninstall the game. Click the link in the description and register with your brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. As soon as you've done that, in the inbox you can claim your new champion. That's all you need to do in order to get the free Elenaril and all the other goodies on offer. Don't miss out, make sure you level up, join me, and let's play some raid. Alright, so I want to push campaign, and my reasoning for pushing campaign is fairly simple. Like, I need to finish campaign and start grinding a little more. I am rank 38. I don't even know where to find this, but there is the Altar of Souls opens at level 42. I have 2 perfect souls for the great Michelangelo that I'd really like to attach. If the month ends, October ends, and I haven't used those, we have all sorts of different problems. They're going to become something else that's nowhere near as valuable, and I would really like to stick those on Michelangelo and make Michelangelo one of my best characters. But I can't right now because I'm not level 42, I'm only level 38. One of the best and most straightforward ways to push level has seemed to be to just run campaign content. So actually, let's make sure that I'm not wrong about that as we go. We're at 46% now. We're going to go in, we're going to run the next level of campaign and see. So we're at 46, we're going to go right over to here. Maybe we'll even run 2 of these if we have enough energy. So we're at Godfrey's Crossing, where the Deadlands meet the gorge of the hallowed halls. They came upon a horrific sight. The remains of the fallen armor scattered on the far side of the bridge that separated the 2 territories. Realizing the Sacred Order must have fallen into an ambush, the company proceeded with great caution to the crossing. Okay, so let's we're getting some retaliation gear. It's worth remembering that 2 or few champions, no losses is the way to get 3 stars, and we're just gonna try and 3-star these as quickly as possible. Again, our goal being more experience. Getting Mordecai up would be really nice. Mordecai is apparently just like excellent. I think I picked Petrifia wrongly. I don't think she's very good as a character to build, and we basically have finished. Or no, I guess we have 10 more levels to get Morgan or whatever her name is. She's also not great. She's fine, but she's nothing like remotely special. All right, so we're just gonna watch our lovely characters kill things. Burn and an attack buff. That seems like it's probably good. Oh, cannot burn the dragon, but we can almost kill him with one big shredder hit. Now let's do another big shredder hit. So there we go. They passed to the other side where the army of the Sacred Order had been decimated. One of the heroes picked out Kenrick among the dying. He called his brother in arms around him, and all 4 fell to one knee. "O valiant knights in your crusade against evil, you have redeemed your order," he hailed. He lifted his eyes to the sky. "Fear not, my noble lords. May your souls ascend to the light of Lumaya." The company then pressed on arms ready toward the hallowed halls to claim their vengeance. Alright, so we're gonna go get our vengeance. Also, hell yeah, a rare skill tome. Always makes me happy, and I'm still selling all these. But before we actually go on, I want to hit stage selection and cross that out, because we now have 3 stars and everything so far for normal, right? We're not going to do the last one. The last one's going to video, but we are going to do 11 here, and I'm going to do my little collection. Getting stars from these gives you extra goodies, so that's nice. We're at 210 stars, and I wanted to check what kind of experience we're getting here, right? We're still at 47% experience. Maybe I'm wrong and this isn't the right thing to do for experience. If anyone happens to know better, let me know, but that's the way it was working in my brain. Let's do one more campaign. Chapter 11, The Hallowed Halls. Upon arriving at the hallowed halls, to the great surprise of our valiant heroes, the chief of the Knights Revenant held out a hand in friendship. "Great warriors," he bellowed from the hall steps, "let us join hands in blood. Your valors soon fall greater reward in the design of Siroth and the falling light of Lumaya." The spell of shadows had its most potent in these halls, but our heroes, with the hearts still pure and noble, remain loyal to the light one by one. I mean, it's definitely Shredder, wherever Shredder is. And then it's another team attack person. I guess I don't need more than 2 team attacks, right? So let's do Shredder and Raph. That seems like a cool thing to do. Raph has attack. We would like that extra attack for our team. Guys with big shields always kind of annoy me. Not because they have the like block damage for 1 turn thing, and it's not like block damage is hard to beat. It's that it just makes these random little battles. I consider these like in a JRPG like your random battles. They make these little random battles feel like they take so long, and like like the story mode's joy is just that it's so quick, right? Like it's just like, all right, great, bye. You do it, you finish it, you get the extra reward. You do it, you finish, you get the extra reward, etc., etc. Looks like we're fighting a giant cool demon, and the things that can't be killed, it's like great. I get to. There's nothing I can do. I just get to wail on you for a turn. Well, nothing happens until I can suddenly hit you once next turn and you die. All right. Double shield guy, shredder. Let's see if this just finishes the boss alone. Nope, but this will. And we wipe it out. Mortal scum! Roared the demon priest as he prepared to deliver his final assault. Dead heroes could not change the fate of this world. But in a tremendous blaze of might and fury, the company swiftly dealt a crushing blow. As he lay mortally wounded by the fires of hell, the strange demonic voice yelled, "Fools, you do not see what I see!" Then in one last effort, he thrust out a hand and a vision of flame and hellfire. It was the image of their death. Oh, cool. We got 4-star Cruel. I'll take that. Crit damage, crit rate, double HP. Single HP. We got a Cruel attack 15, ignores 5% of defense, and it's 2 artifacts, so we got that. Speed, accuracy, or shield are the 2 most important things, and we want percentage if we're going to get HP, 60k, and 64 of our lovely thingy-majigs. So we close that. We get an extra collect. We now have some extra brews. I don't have anything I really want to do with it. There's not a character I'm working on right now. Again, it's proof that I like raid a lot. I've been watching random people's raid videos. I don't know exactly who to watch and who not to, but someone was like, by the way, this champion, where's Doggo? Oh no, did I get rid of Doggo? Maybe I got rid of Doggo. I don't think I would have got rid of Doggo. It should be a rare, which is 3 stars, which means I should be able to find it. Some of these look really, really cool. I wish that like there were more of these that were better so I could upgrade them, but apparently I used them as food because I'm an idiot. But the one they gave a million of us was that dog is apparently really, really good, except I don't use that thing. So oops, I guess. Tribug looks really cool too. But that dog is supposed to be really great, and I don't have it anymore. I use it as food because I'm impatient. I'm going to show you how I built my main heroes. So we're gonna my main heroes are, I would consider, from Valkyrie up to Geomancer. So we're going to just start with Geomancer. Quick look at Geomancer's kit. Geomancer's level 1 is a group attack that has a 30% chance of a 50% decreased accuracy for 2 turns. For anyone who's not aware, how accuracy works in this game is that accuracy is what allows all the status effects, like it makes hits or misses, right? But it also allows all the static effects to hit. So it is incredibly powerful to have really high accuracy. And this isn't the purpose of his kit, but it's really solid. Removes buffs from a target, but if you placed an HP burn, you can steal those buffs instead. That's really nice, but the damage on this is great. This one does an absolute crap ton of damage. We can reduce the cooldown of his most powerful spell if we kill a target that's under HP burn from it. That doesn't usually happen, but it's not a bad extra thing to have access to. This is the one I need to get to level 7 like ASAP, because getting this cooldown down would be amazing. So this fully depletes the target's turn meter. Obviously incredibly strong, right? Like you just do this at the right time and the opponent has no turn. Fills his champion's turn meter by the amount the target loses. Great. So you get an extra turn out of it fairly often. Has a 75% chance of placing an HP burn and 25% weaken debuff on the target for 3 turns. It's 75% HP burn and 25% weaken is great. You really want the HP burn. Why? His passive is decrease the damage on all allies by 15% and deflect that damage to the enemy under an HP burn. So as long as you get that HP burn, you're giving back 15% of any damage that they hit you. It's so good at killing bosses, it's insane. Also, whenever this champion's attack, he deflects 30% of the damage. When deflecting damage on each enemy, he has a 30% chance of dealing additional damage equal to 3% of target's max HP. By existing on your team and placing a burn, he becomes insane. So we want accuracy because we want that burn to hit, right? So I've got an accuracy set. To accuracy is plus 40 accuracy. You'll see we have plus 114 accuracy here, right? Other things we care about: speed. We want to go early because we need to go before the boss, right? And then it's just sort of like crit rate. Crit damage is nice, just for a little bit of extra damage. Like 71% crit rate, because you got to add the 2 numbers. And then we're 75% crit damage, which is pretty solid, right? We wanted speed, so we got speed. Here, that is the main thing, and we needed an accuracy. So we needed 2 accuracy. We actually have 3. It'd be like a 4th, but it didn't work out that way. For accuracy bonus. So we have this helmet, which is another accuracy. It comes with attack percentage. If you get attack, you want percentage. Percentage is generally better than the number unless the number doubles. which happens. I don't know how it get. And a little bit extra speed, not a ton, but a little bit extra speed. And then we've got just an extra HP because we need him to survive because he's doing all this reflecting, more accuracy, etc., etc. From there, we're going to go to speed because, again, we need him to go before bosses. So we have a speed shield and speed gloves. That's going to be where our crit rate is coming from. A little bit extra attack. A little extra attack never hurt anybody. The crit rate, the HP, the speed. So we know what we're doing, and then we just find the sets that go with it. This is our one, just sort of whatever. We just wanted more speed because he's so good. We didn't have space to run 4 of these. I'm not really worried about the bonus heal. This has speed and accuracy with a little bit of attack, and so I'm happy with it. And while we're here, we might as well just say, be level 12, friend. Boom, it's level 12 now. Awesome. I apparently didn't do that daily quest, so that's nice. We can also ascend our equipment. I don't know what that... I mean, it makes it better. But we'll worry about that later. That's like later me's problem. Future me has to have some problems determined by present me. Otherwise, life would get boring. From here, we're going to go back and look at our lovely Deacon Armstrong. So if you get Deacon Armstrong, one of the best heroes in the game, Geomancer and Deacon Armstrong are arguably the 2 best, epics in the game. They're 2 of the 3. I don't have the 3rd, sorry. But they're 2 of the 3 best epics in the game. Deacon Armstrong is insanely good. You can see that I'm just trying to make him sort of tanky and survivable. His kit isn't super what matters. I'll show you what matters about him as we go forward. So you need to get him to 3 mastery for him to be really good. At 3 mastery, his whole kit changes because this thing gives him an extra turn. Extra turns are obviously incredibly strong. So he fills the turn meters of all allies by 15% and decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 15%. That is a 30% difference. If you can get this level up, its cooldown goes down to 4 turns. If you get to level 3, its cooldown goes down to 3 turns, which means not only is he going quickly, every 3rd turn, he's going more often. That is so useful for cooldown, for breaking cooldown. And then the thing you want to do with this extra turn is you want to 80% chance of a 60% decrease defense debuff. And I've leveled this one up a little bit, so he's got a little bit more damage, a little more debuff, and then a little more damage, and it'll be a little more debuff and that. So, and then this is fine. Attacks an enemy 2 times, has 30% chance of placing a leech debuff. Leech is very simply leech. Any champion that attacks champion leech debuff heals 18% inflicted damage. So he gives everybody a little bit of survivability. And then finally we have the aura, increase ally speed in battles by 19%. So he's very often my leader because again, speed is crazy important. Okay, so what do we care about with him? We just sort of want him to be alive and fast, right? We want him to have turns. We wanted some accuracy because leech is good. We wanted some accuracy because decreased defense is good. And outside of that, it was just keep him decent. So we have a nice divine set, 2 artifacts, 15% attack, 15% HP, and it gives him a shield for 3 turns. Nice to have access to, right? Plus it comes with accuracy right there. So we also have this divine offense that also gives 7% accuracy, 90% defense is great. Again, we want to keep him alive. Oh, sorry, one more thing. His damage is based off attack. People's damage will be based off different things you'll see later. So we do want a little bit of extra attack on him. He does good damage, nothing fantastic, but good damage. We also have divine speed. That's another HP shield and 12% speed. So you'll, again, just strong stuff here. 2 artifacts per set. We have our double divine speed. Again, both come with accuracy. We're coming with a little bit of extra accuracy on both, a little bit of defense, and we're just trying to keep him alive and survivable. Every few turns, he's getting extra turns. Making him alive is good. Accuracy gauntlets, because again, once more, we care about accuracy. We have 80 accuracy buff. Sorry, we have like a million speed buff, and then we have an extra 40 accuracy from having this. And each of these, again, also has speed and defense. He's built to be sort of tanky and survivable, while also taking the opponent's defense down for my heavy hitters. So we're going to do Demetha. Who is a hero that you should reasonably have access to. Again, epics are characters you should be able to find and get. I don't use Demetha all that much, although there's content where I feel like she's utterly amazing. So the skills. First, attacks an enemy 2 times. Each hit places a shield equal to 10% of the champion's match HP on the ally with the lowest HP except the champion. So that's really good. I like her a lot with Raphael. She increases survivability a lot. Another attack-based hero that increases survivability. Then we have, this one's the important one, places a block damage on all allies for 1 turn and a 15% continuous heal for 2 turns. So she's got block damage and continuous heal, and this doesn't work for the block damage unless she gets lucky, and I'll show you how I try to do that. This does, however, work for the continuous heal. So increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn, then decrease the duration of all ally debuffs by 1 turn. So she gets everything happening even faster. It also heals allies by 2%, 2.5 of their max HP, and another for each turn added or removed from the duration of buffs and debuffs by this skill. Hell yeah. So this is just a giant heal and buff. It's really great. I don't use her aura ever, but we're really, really happy to have her. Because I want her to get that double extra turn, I decided to use a Relentless set. Relentless is 4, right? But if I can get that extra turn, I can do the, I could double the turns that I'm being protected in that way, and that seems really useful. I just built her largely, again, I'm looking for speed. We got attack, HP, speed. We do want her to be alive, right? So we got lots of HP and defense because she needs to be alive. We got more speed, defense. She needs to be alive in order to heal. When she's not alive, she can't heal anything. Lots of HP and some defense. And then we stuck a defense chest plate again as we try to keep her alive. We're trying to keep her accurate and alive so she can continue to do her buffs, her shields, everything else. And yeah, that's where we are for her. She's not the most complicated hero in the game, but she's one that I've been very happy to have. She's helped me push some content pretty good. And then Tagoar, in my opinion, the best character you can get by using my code in the pinned comment is Tagoar. So Tagoar is amazing. I love Tagoar. He increases your defense on his regular attack. Particularly, he increases at 60% on the lowest HP hero. So he's great for Raphael, who does not have any HP. That's not really what he's here for. This does decent damage. It's okay. What he's here for is this is great. I tend to use this early and often. I really want that extra cooldown on this to really take it to the next level, but attacks all enemies, decent, right? But what's great here is remember how important speed is, a 30% increased speed on all allies for 2 turns, and a little bit of extra heal. It's great to have. Other one is he's got a all team revive. 30% isn't great, right? But it also gives a 20% of his max AP shield to them. Also, I've got a cooldown on that, so that's really, really strong. I love Tagoar. I don't use him as much as I did at first, but I think he is genuinely great, and I just don't use him because I don't like pure utility as much as I think I'm supposed to. Finally, once your allies get to 50 or less HP, so unless they're getting nuked down, if someone's chipping away, he's going to increase their defense by 10%, which is just nice to have. He gives HP in all battles, which matters for Shredder, but otherwise doesn't matter. So when building him, we decided to try and up his HP because his HP is giving that shield. So we have this, and then we just wanted a little bit of attack because why not? He attacks a reasonable amount of the time when he's not supporting. So again, attack, we got some speed here. Speed is always important. Accuracy, because we got to land those buffs. Accuracy is, again, really good here. HP, defense, his whole kit is a little distracted, so maybe it's not that great. But then we have the heal one, which is really great, the immortal one. HP 15% and heals by 3% every turn, helps to keep him alive and upright so that he can heal others. I think I need to go a little bit more defense on him, so the attack set might have to go, but it's not bad, right? It's just he wants to be alive. He wants to be pushing to keep others alive, so he needs to be a little defensive, even if the damage on him is pretty nice. And then of course Valkyrie is my best legendary. She's apparently an S tier hero. We'll look at why. She is, thankfully we can show you this, a damage is based on attack and defense. So she gets both, and every time she attacks enemies, she decreases their turn meter if the target had any buffs. So if they're buffed at all, they get less turns from her. She also has this is the big one, this is why she's so good. Attacks all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns, and a counterattack buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield and the damage inflicted are proportional to the champion's defense. So we just want to pump up her defense so we get a huge shield and a bunch of damage. And then, of course, her turn meter is 10% each time an enemy champion places a buff. So every time the enemy buffs themselves, she's going to be able to lower their turns with her hits, and she's going to get more turns. And of course, in faction crypts, she gives extra defense. So we just we tried to pump up her defense, right? So we have a defense set, just our nice simple defense set right here, right? Nothing super fancy. We have some defense. There's no defense on the helmet. Yeah, I just don't have defense helmets, so that's lovely. But all of these goodies just come from the simple story mode, and I only have the normal story mode. I need to get better equipment from the story mode. But I don't hate this. This is still good, right? Attack extra HP. It's just not great. However, we have a 225 defense with the lifesteal shield. Lifesteal is a set of 4 though, so if there's a better shield, we could easily take it. She's got the defense 60%, which is freaking humongous, Then the crit rate, speed always important, resistance, attack. And then, of course, we got the speed set, so because she wants to get that debuff going with a lovely accuracy again and a lovely defense 6%. And then she gets boots that have speed, which is what we really want for everyone. And then she's stuck with attack and crit right there. We'll just take a quick look, make sure that there's not suddenly better boots. Yeah, the only other boots we have here are sort of miserable. Again, keeping speed on boots is generally my goal, my way of being. And we don't have any better chest plate that we got recently for this. That's it. That's how I've been building the heroes, why they're built the way they are. Next time we're doing the same thing with the Ninja Turtles. Get yourself ready for that. Let's grab ourselves some energy, and I'll go to sleep and let some of this game run. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, 49%. We're climbing. Don't forget to download the game, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Raid Shadow Legends content. Peace.